Now, Philip Watson is very excited about this.
I am.
Me too. It's the national debut, brand new, and you even mentioned it this morning. They're called Plantpals.
Right.
Our 3-piece watering system, you'll see 3 pieces right there, $25.49. Brand new. Now, Philip, with all of you're a horticulturist? A horticulturist.
That's pretty good.
Landscape designer. I can't even spell it. Don't even ever ask me to do that. But once you finish your designs and you go home, it's our responsibility to take care of it. And
right.
I'm sure it kills you when you see how people either overwater or underwater their plants.
And that's usually what happens. It's very difficult to keep things evenly moist. And the Plantpal, I have to say, when this came up, I thought, okay, this is going to be my new best friend. And also, guess what? My next door neighbors are going to love this. And you know why? Because I always make them water my house plants when I'm up here at QVC. Do you think they like that? Not so much. They act like it's okay, but see that you go home and then they haven't really watered, but they said that they did. Your plants are dead, so what are you going to do? Complain to them about it?
They watered it the day before you came home.
That's exactly what happens. So they think I'm not going to notice the difference. And then the next thing you know, you're involved with a property line dispute with them. Don't complain. Get the Plantpal.
Okay.
You're getting 3 different sizes here, and I love these. This is the smallest one. This one is 13.5 ounces. And it's 7 to 8 inches tall.
Okay.
Now, we've also got, look at the medium-sized one. This one, what is it, 46 ounces?
8 to 10 inches.
Yes, 8 to 10 inches tall. Holds 46 ounces of water.
Okay.
And, let's see, we've got the big daddy right here, the Mac Daddy of all of them. This one holds 80 ounces of water. Now, these are great for all different sizes of containers.
Okay.
What I like about it is that they're invisible. You don't see them. Say if you wanted to use them for your office plants, and I know with the economy, I used to have a plant maintenance business, and we went around and we watered all the plants in people's offices. I bet a lot of those contracts have been canceled.
Oh, I
You need to make sure your plants are still going to live. This is the way to do it. These will last up to 2 weeks. They will water your plants up to 2 weeks.
Excellent. And they won't overwater them either, because I've done that by
They
accident.
won't overwater. They will not underwater. You can also use these in containers that don't have any drain holes in the bottom, and you don't worry about the pot filling up with water. So you can use your own ornamental pots. It doesn't have to be the perfect pot.
I don't understand how this works, so help me out.
Okay. Well, this is what happens, is that you fill this up with water. But I'm going to show you exactly. We're going to have a complete demonstration. This reservoir holds the water. This is the moisture wick that you see down here. This rests on the bottom of the pot. I moisten this first. I have this full of water, and then when this becomes dry at the bottom of the pot, it releases some water. So it works on capillary action. It will only draw the water out of here when the plant needs it. That's the nice thing about it. You don't even have to think about it. And also, let's go around to our daylilies. I've got some down here.
Oh, yeah, you can.
To show you.
I was honestly standing there. I didn't even see it.
But I put a medium-sized one in my daylily container just to show you.
And then we decided this container is about 16 inches?
Yes, we did. Now, this is the top, but look here. So you just see the top.
As you're planting it, you put this on the side because it's curved.
I'm going to show exactly how to plant it. I just wanted to show one in position right now. So when you refill it, look here. Now, it's got a little, see that right there?
Yeah.
It's got a little blue dot in there. When that is at the top, that means there's still water in it. As it starts to go down, the dot starts to go down. It'll let you know when you need to refill it. I check mine once a week, just in the beginning, so I can determine. Some plants use more water than others. And you know, sometimes a year they use more water than others, and that'll let you know. But because of the curved nature of the Plantpal, it fits evenly and smoothly next to the edge. Always make sure to put the cap back on it, though, because it works by that capillary action. Now, shall we show some action?
Yeah, please.
All right.
Now, what kind of plants are we talking about?
Any kind except succulents like cactus plants. Things that don't want very much water. That's not for these, but this is just about for everything. In fact, I'm getting ready to plant some African violets, and as you know, African violets cannot stand for water to get on the foliage. So this is perfect for your African violets because you don't end up with the rotten foliage.
Well, plus, if you do it wrong, then you waste all that money.
Hate that.
Yeah, I do too. My grandma used to have African violets all the time. And I love it that it's coming now, because this is when we are actually getting into planting and buying our plants and everything.
Precisely. Now, this is a size pot that I'm going to put the African violets in.
The pot.
And this, look, I knew you were going to ask me that question. You know what that is? You know, use the packing materials?
Yeah, I use my packing peanuts.
Okay, that's what I use. If you've got peanuts, you can use those. That keeps the whole thing lightweight. You need a drainage material, and that's just a little tip. That has nothing to do with what we're selling.
Yeah, but that's always good to have tips. So put your packing peanuts in.
Yes, and now you see I've got this right here. Now where's that little cup of water? Here it is.
Okay.
Now look, I've got a cup of water. See, I'm moistening this.
Oh, okay. So for God's sake, don't pull it out.
That's all I do.
That's the way.
You just moisten that.
Okay.
And then I will put it in the edge of the pot like this.
Okay.
And then I will get rid of the rest of the water because this is also my soil scoop.
Oh, okay.
How you like that?
Oh, you're good. Here, you want me to hold that?
Sure. Thank you.
All right, here, do you want me to scoop?
Well, one person can easily do this. That's what I wanted to show. Is it's also lightweight. The soil mix that I'm using is a lightweight mix.
Okay. If I use moisture retention soil, does it matter what kind of soil or anything like that?
If you use the moisture retention soil, it will just use the water in the Plantpal less frequently.
Okay.
So that I love using the moisture retentive soil. So this is great. You get all that in there like that.
Okay.
And then I will firm that in.
Okay.
As you can see how snugly that fits in the edge there? That's
doesn't
just
need that
great.
much room in the pot.
No, doesn't need that much room at all. Now, I've just picked up my African violets.
Okay.
And rather than having a bunch of little bitty pots, let's have something dramatic because this will still fit on your windowsill. I've got one African violet going there.
Okay.
We're going to put 3 in here. How do you like that?
Okay. Do you need any? Here, I'll.
Then I've got this one going there.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we've got the third one going right next to our little buddy, the Plantpal. And see, that pretty much covers things up nicely. And then you'll fill around the edges with the soil.
Okay.
And I'm being real sloppy here because we're pretending that we're outside.
Right.
Right? And then that's all firmed in nicely. Now, see my little cap here? I'm just taking the cap off the Plantpal.
Okay.
Now look, everyone has got these sorts of watering cans. These are great. They're ideal. I tip this to the side.
And it's not, they're inexpensive enough. You can probably go to the dollar store and find one of those.
But you know, some of these self-watering things are very difficult to fill because the opening isn't very big.
Well, the problem with the self-watering planters is they're a small fortune.
Yeah,
they
are.
They're a lot more expensive. I mean, I understand the whole concept. I think it's the ease and convenience.
They're full.
Now, how long?
Now, make sure you put the top back on. This will last up to 2 weeks.
Up to 2 weeks.
That's the beauty of that. Now, I mean, if you're going to go away for more than 2 weeks, you need to rent your house out anyway. So that's a great, great thing to do in the garden. And this will take care of your house plants. But also, if you've got plants that are out on your deck area that dry out rapidly, say if you've got the annual or the tropical hibiscus that take lots of water, that works fine for those. And I'll show you one over here. This is a common house plant, the anthurium, which is a great, great plant. Now look, I've already got one in there. I've got my Plantpal in there already. So, and see how it fits nicely.
And the foliage covers it up. You don't even really see it.
The foliage covers it up. It's so easy to water like that. You don't have to get your neighbors to do it. There's no fuss. You don't have to be hauling things around. And listen to this. Once every 2 weeks, guess what I fill this up with? My fertilizer water.
Excellent. Oh, and that's what you were talking about with your pack of Bud and Bloom.
And I tell you what, an evenly watered plant and an evenly fertilized plant is going to be a perfectly beautiful plant.
Okay, before we go to the phones, I need to ask you something.
Yes.
Can I put 2? If I had a whiskey barrel, would I use 2 of the big size? Because I'm thinking, I'm looking at your tree. I know that's not a tree rose, but I'm thinking tree rose for some kind of small tree.
You would use 2. I would want to use 2, one on one side. In fact, we can take a little quick look if you want to take a look. Look.
You have to buy 2 sets, right?
Right, exactly. I've already put one of the big ones in here.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I've got a big one in here already. To water, so you do one on one side and one on the other for a planter that is big as a whiskey barrel. And easy to water, particularly if you're getting some of the bare root plants like bare root roses. This delivers the water directly to the roots, gets them started more quickly. And if you've got hydrangeas and you want them to stay blue, put the acid fertilizer in them and dig this in around your hydrangea plants.
See? That's why you need these.
Good.
They're brand new. This is the national launch. You can ask about the fertilizer that Philip was talking about, but this is what he uses, and this way it makes your life easier, and it ensures that those plants will thrive all season long, indoors or outdoors. Philip, thank you, as always. Love having you here. You'll be on tonight with David?
7 o'clock.